I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please stay standing while we remember those who have passed in recent weeks. Raymond P. Ducker Ace, Paul Joshua Stevens, Clarence Rose. Roll call. Paul?
Here.
Roger?
Here.
Cassie?
Here.
I'm there. We have one missing. Mr. Briggs is ill, sick. Doesn't want to get other people sick, so. Fire exits are directly behind me. Do not use the elevator in an emergency situation. Correspondence, I don't believe we have any.
No.
Nope.
Petitioners, this would be the time on Zoom or people that are here in public to come up to the podium and state your name and discuss any town concerns that you have. John Adams, come
Would
on.
you like me to talk about the county farm resolution
Sure.
now or later?
No, now. Okay. Well, that's
Okay.
John Adams.
The name has never done me any good. I'm just going to read what I have, so I don't need too much time. I did go to see Senator Miller over the summer after seeing Senator Martucci about the Colony Farm project. And I believe it was in August, Senator Miller and Senator Martucci wrote to the town and asked for written support for protecting Colony Farm so that they could call a meeting with docks. I spoke to Senator Miller since then, and he suggested that I come to the town board meeting as a petitioner to ask the town board to pass a resolution in support of Colony Farm. Environmental Conservation Commission Chairman Jack Griffo wrote a resolution, and the ECC voted to endorse it and pass it on to the board. The preservation of Colony Farm has always been a bipartisan effort with unanimous support. The town's Colony Farm feasibility study determined Colony Farm can be a viable tourist destination. So I'm hoping that tonight we will continue the tradition of supporting the Colony Farm project and pass this resolution. So, and you can send it on to someone in the Miller who's kind of taken charge of this because he was born on a dairy farm and he actually owned an agritourism farm in his lifetime, and he was very interested in the project, and Senator Martucci seemed very supportive as well. If we can get this written support to them, then they can get a meeting with docs so we can start talking to them about the property.
Thank you, John. I talked to Senator Martucci about 2 hours ago, and he's actually here locally and coming through the town of Wawarsing to discuss what you just mentioned. The resolution is on the second page to protect the open space, natural and ecological resources, potential for recreational tourism at Colony Farm. The resolution in itself, on its face, prepared by the environmental group, is a little wider based than we initially, it was initially drawn up. It maybe can give a little more credence to the Department of Corrections to sit down and discuss a multitude of purposeful uses for that property. So the board's going to be passing that tonight. We'll move it on to Senator Martucci and Senator Miller and go from there. So are there any other petitioners? I would like to discuss any issues. With not, yes. It's 5 after, okay.
Yep.
So it's time for the first public hearing. The purpose of the public hearing is to receive input and comments from the public regarding the review of performance and status activities of New York State CDBG Project 1215 PR 158-19 and to identify future community development activities for Small Cities CDBG program. Tonight we're happy to have Mark Blauer, our grant writer for a couple decades, I think now.
1998.
1998. Well, thank you for coming tonight, Mark, and you're on.
Thank you. As you noted, it's a performance hearing for the CDBG project, the 2019 project that we applied for in July of 2019. We were awarded in December 2019. We designed during 2020. In late 2020, we went out to bid. The low bidder was National Water Main Cleaning Company. They are nearly complete with their work. The grant is $750,000. There's no local requirement for local spending. We have kept the project within that grant ceiling. The deadline for completing work is mid-December. John Davidson from Bernier Largus expects that we will have everything wrapped up by mid-December, barring some product or item becoming unavailable. We've seen this a lot, so I'll keep the door open a little bit in terms of completion. In the worst case, we can ask for an extension, especially if some supply chain issue affects what the contractor is doing, but things look generally good. The project is described as a project to reduce infiltration and inflow into the sanitary sewer system of the Kerhonkson Sewer District. And we've already worked on the mains in the past. This project was working on the manholes and the laterals from the mains towards the properties. And the goal is to reduce infiltration inflow, meaning we don't want to treat clean water at the plant. If we can avoid it, we can avoid having to expand the plant that way. So that project is winding down. There's very little left to do in the Kerhonkson district, but for our pending application, which is to replace the failed reed beds.
Right.
And our guess is that the CFA awards we made, say, the first 2 weeks of December. You know, if you want to mark your calendar between the 10th and the 15th, the governor should announce the awards. This last round was extraordinarily competitive. They funded 17 out of 60 projects, so that our history of winning all the time isn't really, it's not a guaranteed thing. But, we're persisting, and persistence usually pays off. So that is what's pending. We've simultaneously wrapped up our USDA water project and met all our objectives with the USDA project in Kerhonkson. Even using some money that was returned to the town from another program, we've been able to do some pump work that was requested by Jimmy in terms of buying some pumps.
Right.
So that we really have totally refurbished the Kerhonkson water system, and that project with USDA is really we're within weeks of winding it down entirely and drawing the balance of the grant funds and about the end of that. So I believe since 1998, we've made spectacular progress in all our water and sewer districts. Napanock Water, Napanock Sewer, Kerhonkson Water, Kerhonkson Sewer, and apart from that one last project, the reed bed replacement, we have a approved project from USDA that's going to be going ahead in 2022 that's already funded with the grant, which is the redundant treatment system for the Kerhonkson Sewer Treatment Plant. So we will met all the wish list items of our sewer plant people in terms of taking an old plant and completely refurbishing it. That's about the sum of it, and this is the opportunity for anybody to suggest other ideas or to make comments about what we have done at the plant. I know it's a little difficult for the public to understand what we did, but we had not had any violations with the DEC for a long, long time at that plant, and we in the future should be able to avoid such violations. We had an occasion 15 years ago, we had raw sewage going into the Rondown Creek because of the failures of the plant. We've eliminated that type of situation. Apart from taking comments, anybody who has any questions about this project can ask them. And if they have any suggestions for future projects, this is an opportunity to get on record. Thank you.
Mark, I'd just like to say thank you for all the work that you've done and all the money that you brought us and all the projects that we've been able to do. You truly are a miracle worker, and unfortunately, as the projects wind down, that's less we'll be able to use you for. But over the past 23 years, I think you said it's been, you've really done something. We really appreciate it. We do thank you very much.
Everybody pulled together, and I mean, I must immense credit to Bernard Larios, a local county firm that, in my experience, I've seen nobody better. And I pick up the phone and call that office. They pick up instantly. They are extraordinarily responsive. And my understanding is they want to do a small number of clients in their vicinity very well. And this is their home turf. And I think they've done a splendid job. So it's easy when you have good people to work with. And certainly the income surveys we've done were extraordinarily difficult. And without the team effort of the town staff, that wouldn't happen. So it's a team effort, and we were slow and methodical. And but then again, there may be some other things coming up. I'm not going away.
Mark, would this type of grant be usable for? Jimmy and I have been discussing redesigning the pump and catch on Carlo Drive because we have a flushable wipe issue there, and the strainer they're using now is not effective. But it would require a redesign of that area because there's not enough space to put in what he wants to put in. Would that be an acceptable use for a grant like this?
Just mere design would be eligible. Design plus construction. Yes.
Yeah.
Does anybody have an idea of the cost?
Not tonight, but I can have it for you tomorrow. I was just wondering, even if it could be fitted in there, the construction and design of a new straining catch design for the Carlo
What
Drive.
matters is two perfect things.
Okay.
Is it eligible activity? Seems to be.
Yeah.
Is it income eligible? You have to do an income survey of that particular area.
Okay.
And because the census doesn't favor us. Ellenville is 55% low-income village-wide. If you do something village-wide, you're automatically eligible. You have to do income surveys in Wawarsing because the town as a whole is not primarily low income, but there is no project you can do in the town that would benefit the whole town. That's what district likes.
Right.
So income eligible and has to be a compelling argument. Remember, 17 of 63 were funded last time.
Right.
Those are brutal odds.
They are.
But one were things that were very serious. You have a consent order you have to address, you tend to do well. So the severity of the need is a factor too.
Okay.
So eligible, income eligible, and then compelling argument.
Okay.
And it also has to be about $750,000 price.
I wouldn't apply for $50,000. That's just not what they're.
They want it to be.
I don't think it's going to be.
I mean, the maximum these days is $1 million, which accounts for why there's funding so few projects. The ceiling used to be $600,000. Now they up to $2 million. So instead of having 30 awards, 17 awards. Instead of having 1 out of 2 being approved, maybe 1 in 5 get approved. Because they've made the ceiling higher and requests tend to go up to the ceiling. But you don't want to be so small that it's insignificant.
Right. Okay.
I think the smallest credible project's about 250 to 300,000.
Okay. Thank you.
So Mark, thank you. The people of Mappanac and Croagson, thank you. As well as
Thanks so much.
Panera Larios, they're a Kingston firm, local firm, like you said. They specialize in this area or stay in this area.
It's just a joy to work with them.
Yeah, they are very good. Okay, so we have a motion to close.
I'll
the
make a
public
motion to close this public hearing.
Second.
hearing? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. We have a continuation. The purpose of the public hearing is to receive input and comments from the public regarding proposed local law number 2, Wawarsing Water District ordinance. So, Mr. Kyer and the board, specifically Paul and Cassie and our employees, have looked at Mappanac, Croagson, and the new district, Wawarsing Water District, and made the three of them, mirrored the three of them in as much as they could, correct?
Yeah.
So,
They're virtually, it's all identical except for one small paragraph that sunsets as soon as the Wawarsing Water District actually is up and running. So there'll be one water district ordinance for all three water districts when we're done.
right, so it's consistent, uniform, and equal to everybody's, which is pretty hard to do a lot of times, because it's just hard to do that. So thank, Bill and you guys for creating that. We could have just opted to do a separate Wawarsing one. Then some that time down the road, somebody might have said, well, why don't we make them all the same? So we did that at this point, and that's a good thing that we did that.
Any comments from the public?
Are there any comments from the people that are present here tonight or on Zoom?
Move that we close the public hearing.
I'll second it.
Roger makes a motion to close the public hearing. Paul seconds it. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion's carried. Resolution by town board approves to adopt local law number 2 of 2021
Second it.
for the town water district ordinance. Who made the motion?
Roger.
Oh,
Roger make the motion. Who seconds it?
I will.
Cassie seconds it. All in favor?
It's a roll call. It's a roll call.
Correct. Paul?
I vote aye.
Roger?
Aye.
Cassie?
Aye.
And I vote aye, so that's 4-0.
It'll be sent to Albany tomorrow, be effective January 1, 2022.
Excellent.
Fantastic. Okay, public hearing number 3.
Purpose of the public hearing is to receive input and comments from the public regarding property determined to be dangerous to the public health, safety, appearance, or welfare. Said property owned by Woodridge LLC and located at 23 Lundy Road, Wawarsing, in the town of Wawarsing, aka Section 75.18, Block 1, Lot 1.
Move that we open the public hearing.
I second it.
Roger makes a motion to open the public hearing. Paul seconds it. Yes. So this is a property that has unsafe structures on it. And this is the procedure that we go through. We've gotten to this point, and the next point is where, Mr. Connor?
Have to go out to bid. Have to draw up a set of specs and go out to bid. I mean, you gotta close the public hearing, and you gotta make a determination that you find the property to be unsafe. If you wanna wait till the next meeting, I'll draw up a resolution.
In the meantime,
I think someone said that since we started this, the building has actually collapsed.
yes.
Yes, it
Well,
has.
there's two,
You know,
there's
in
two buildings.
itself,
There's two buildings there. One of them, I think maybe the second one's still up. The first one's probably still up. Second one's still here, so it's standing. Yeah. So we have to move this along for the public safety, so we could.
close the public hearing and I'll
Yep.
have a resolution to the next meeting.
I make the motion that we close the public hearing.
I'll second.
Cassie makes a motion, Paul seconds it. Well, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. Town Board of Wawarsing by resolution approves to support the goal of protecting the open spaces, the natural and ecological resources, and the potential for recreational tourism at Colony Farm.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Okay, Paul,
I vote aye.
Roger,
Aye.
Cassie?
Aye.
And for aye, the motion is carried 4-0. Wawarsing Town Board by resolution authorizes the execution for the solicitation for a request for proposals of the Wawarsing Water District Local Road Distribution. Contract 3, General Construction, identified as WWD bid -10.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second it.
You want to mention what that is, Cassie?
Yes, this is very exciting. Bid package number 10 will be the first services connected off of 209 to businesses and residents that are on 209, and they'll be starting down near the Trooper Barracks and coming this way. So this is very exciting, and I'm thrilled to put it up.
Okay, So,
Roll call.
roll call.
I vote aye.
Roger?
Aye.
And I vote aye. 4-0. Resolution, Town Board by resolution authorizes the acceptance of the bids for construction of the Wawarsing Water District local road, oh, I just did that, right?
No, you're doing the next.
Doing the next one.
Main, we're gonna award.
Yeah, so it's the last one.
Yep, the last one.
The
Yep.
Wawarsing Town Board by resolution authorizes the acceptance of the bids for construction of the Wawarsing Water District local road distribution mains. Contract WWD bid 07 and authorizes the supervisor to execute the agreement with Grant Street Construction, Inc. in the amount of $956,000.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Cassie makes the motion, Roger seconds it. Roll call vote, Paul,
Aye.
Roger.
Aye.
Kathy? I vote aye, so that's 4-0, it passes. I don't believe there's any budget mods. Town Board to approve the bills as audited, we have 3 signatures, we did them today, and do I have a motion?
I'll move
Roger makes a motion.
number 2 through 11 as stated, as written,
Minus number 5.
minus number 5.
Minus the justice report, correct? So Roger makes the motion, who seconds it?
I'll second it.
Cassie seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Those motions are carried. Town Board authorized the town clerk to advertise for 2 members to serve a 4-year term on the Town of Wawarsing Environmental Conservation Commission. The term will expire on December 31st, 2025. The applications are to be returned to the town clerk's office by noon on Wednesday, December 15th, 2021.
Move that.
Roger
Second.
makes a motion, Paul seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Town Board authorized the town clerk to advertise for 1 member to serve an unexpired term for a 1-year term on the Town of Wawarsing Environmental Conservation Commission.
I'll move it.
The term will expire on December 31st.
So,
He wasn't
The
gonna say
applications are to be returned to the town clerk's office on noon on Wednesday, December 15th.
I'll second
Good
that.
try there, Kathy. So you're making the motion,
it. I am.
I'll second it.
and Roger seconds it. All in favor?
Aye.
We got through
The
that.
motion is carried.
Let's move these, approve everything.
Exactly.
Town Board to authorize the town clerk to advertise for 1 member to serve a 7-year term for the planning board, town planning board. The term will expire on December 31st, 2028. The applications are to be returned to the town clerk's office by noon Wednesday, December 15th, 2021.
Move that.
I'll second that
Roger
one.
makes the motion. Paul seconds it. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motions are carried. Town Board authorized the town clerk to advertise the hours that the town hall, transfer station, and highway department will be closed for the upcoming holidays.
I'll move it.
Second.
Cassie makes the motion. Roger seconds it. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. Town Board to authorize the town clerk to advertise for a public hearing to be held on Thursday, December 2nd at 7:05 in the town hall courtroom. The purpose of this public hearing is to receive input from the public regarding the option to opt out of adult use cannabis retail dispensaries or on-site consumption licenses from locating within the town jurisdiction.
I'll make it.
Second.
Paul makes a motion, Roger seconds it. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. Town Board to authorize the town clerk to advertise for a public hearing to be held on Thursday, December 2nd at 7:10 p.m. in the town hall courtroom. The purpose of the public hearing is to receive input from the public regarding the use of ARPA money, American Rescue money.
So I'll move that.
Roger makes that motion.
Second.
Paul seconds it. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. Town Board to authorize the town clerk to advertise the change in time for December 16th town board meeting. The workshop will begin at 5 p.m. and the regular and audit meeting will begin at 6 p.m. instead of 7 p.m.
I'll move it.
I'll second it.
Cassie makes a motion. Paul seconds it. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion's carried. Town Board to authorize the supervisor to execute an agreement between the town of Wawarsing and Thomas Rowan, Waxman, Pettigrew, and Malley for labor consultant legal services for 2022.
I'll move it.
Second.
Cassie makes a motion. Roger seconds it. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion's carried. The town board to authorize the supervisor to execute the agreement with Perico Gas for the purchase and installation of a garage heater in the amount of $3,795 at the transfer station.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Paul makes the motion. Kathy seconds it. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. Town board to authorize the supervisor to execute the agreement with Peak Power Systems for the purchase and installation of a Generac 10 kilowatt industrial diesel engine driven generator set in the amount of $20,500 for the Irish Cape pump station.
I'll move it.
Second.
Guys, makes a motion. Paul seconds it. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. Town board to authorize the supervisor to execute change order number 4 for contract TWA 200 CDBG 1215 PR 158-19 National Water Main Cleaning Company to increase the contract value by $20,520 to include relining of the existing cast iron sewer main crossing beneath the Roundout Creek, resulting in a revised contract value of $592,105.
I'll move it.
I'll second
Guys, he
it.
makes the motion, Paul seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motions are carried. Town board to rescind the motion on September 16th, 2021, authorizing the supervisor to execute the proposal for subsurface technologies in the amount of $3,790 for the removal and reinstallation of a reservoir number 1 pump for the Carranza Water District.
I'll move it.
Guys, he makes the motion, Roger seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. Town board to authorize the supervisor to execute the proposal from Subsurface Technologies, Inc. in the amount of $10,806.20 for the removal and reinstallation of reservoir number 1 pump for the Carranza Water District.
I'll move it.
Cassie makes a motion, Roger seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. Town board to approve the Ellenville Wawarsing Youth Commission to co-sponsor the 2021 Wawarsing Wassail events on December 4th, 2021. Cost not to exceed $500.
I'll move it.
Second.
Paul makes a motion, Roger seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. Town board to approve to hire Tyler Cassidy as a laborer for the highway department. The starting hourly salary is based upon the IBEW contract for a 40-hour work week. The starting date will be effective as of December 2nd, 2021. This is subject to pre-employment physical and drug testing.
I'll move it.
Second.
Kazi makes a motion, Roger seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. Town board to approve to hire James Horton as a laborer for the highway department. The starting hourly salary is based upon IBEW contract for a 40-hour work week. The starting date will be effective December 2nd, 2021, subject to pre-employment physical and drug testing.
Move it.
Second.
Roger makes a motion, Paul seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. Town board to appoint Andrew Flanagan to an unexpired term on the Town of Wawarsing's Board of Assessment Review. The term will expire on September 30th, 2023.
I'll move it.
Second.
Cassie makes a motion, Roger seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. The town board to reappoint Dave Reisinger to the Town of Wawarsing Board of Assessment Review.
I'll make it.
The term will expire on September 30th, 2026.
I'll second it.
Paul makes the motion, Cassie seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. The town board to approve the consulting agreement amendment for Mark Blauer, DBA Blauer Associates, in regards to the Carhunction Water District Phase 3 improvements. This amendment is to reconcile contract amounts and terms of the agreement.
Move that.
Roger makes the motion.
Second.
Cassie seconds it. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. Town board to approve William Parkin, water wastewater maintenance worker, and Peter Jennings, water wastewater maintenance worker, to attend the virtual basic wastewater operations class given by SUNY Ulster from 1/13 to 3/24/2022. The cost of the class is $1,029 per person. On a case-by-case basis, the town board may require repayment of the costs associated with the education and/or training should the employee voluntarily terminate employment with the town of Wawarsing during 36 months immediately following the completion of the education and/or training.
I'll move it.
I'll second it.
Cassie makes the motion, Paul seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. Town board to approve William Parkin, water wastewater maintenance worker, and Peter Jennings, water wastewater maintenance worker, to attend the virtual basic or wastewater operations lab class given by SUNY Ulster from 3/29 to 5/3/2022. The cost of the class is $639 per person. On a case-by-case basis, the town may require the repayment again, as noted before.
I move it.
Second.
Cassie makes the motion, Paul seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Town board to approve the William Parkin water wastewater maintenance worker and Peter Jennings water wastewater maintenance worker to attend the virtual activated sludge class given by SUNY Ulster from 5/8 to 6/7/2022. The cost of the class is $569 per person. The same case holds as well.
Move it.
Second.
Roger makes the motion, Paul seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. Town board to approve William Parkin and Peter Jennings to attend the virtual math for water operators class given on SUNY Ulster, at SUNY Ulster, from 1/4/22 to 1/11/22. There is no cost for the class.
Move it.
Second.
Cassie makes the motion, Paul seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion's carried. Town board to retain the firm of Burke, Miley, Golden, and Naughton to defend the town of Wawarsing and the town of Wawarsing Planning Board in a lawsuit brought to Supreme Court. Ulster County Index EF 2021-2867 at an hourly rate of $250 an hour plus reimbursement for disbursements. I have a motion. Roger makes the motion.
Second.
Cassie seconds it. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion is carried. That was number 36, correct?
Yep.
That was, so I have 36. I move that the town board return the firm of Burke, Miley, Golden, and Naughton for additional zoning code modifications.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Give Jackie a copy of
I
that.
don't have that.
I will get that.
Thank you.
Present.
Appreciate it.
That's the same
Oh,
All right, at this point, we're in a meeting where we're going to talk to Mr. Pace.
Well, I usually don't say too much.
But tonight you're going.
Yes. Back in March, our salt shed fell apart. We finally got 3 walls up and got it paved today. We're still waiting for the canopy.
That would be from Clear Span.
I'll be happy when the canopy's up so we can get salt. We don't have no salt right now. We can borrow some, and I can't wait till this is done. I don't sleep good at night without knowing we don't have nothing.
I'm going to hold off on clapping
No,
until a week and a half.
Wait till we get this thing done.
But we are moving, I mean, it's been expedited right along. There was a point in the middle of this process where we couldn't get products,
Yes.
different types of products for the salt shed, and from there, it's kind of moved along pretty good. And Clear Stand is coming in to drop off the
We were supposed to be notified at 2 o'clock today when they're coming. I haven't heard yet.
okay, so they're going to come and drop it off, then they're going to come back and assemble
Assemble
it,
it.
which is only going to take 2 days.
I can't tell you that.
Well, they're saying 2 days. But
Should be
again, I'd like
assembling
to
it
thank
soon.
the highway guys for doing the paving of the inside of the salt shed. They did it today.
Yes.
And that they are to be commended, doing a good job
They've
all
all
the
done a
time.
good job today. I want to tell you, they all worked through lunch. We didn't think we'd do it in one day. We done it today. It's supposed to rain tomorrow.
Yep.
We got it done. I think they worked late tonight. So,
So that's fantastic.
Tony, how long is it expected to take to put the canopy on?
Take 2
They
days.
told,
Couple days?
They
they
told us
closed
2
a
days.
couple of days, but it's still not here yet.
It's not here yet, but
They mentioned that to us, 2 days.
That's supposed to have been delivered probably a month ago.
Right.
Last I heard, they couldn't find drivers.
Oh, jeez.
That's what I heard.
where's it coming from?
I don't know. They didn't tell me.
It's Minnesota or someplace like that.
I'll be first thing in the morning.
Road
Talk
trip?
to Alex first thing in the morning.
Road trip, yeah.
Look, my chair left.
All right, Mr. Briggs is not here because he's doesn't feel well tonight. Roger.
I have nothing this evening.
So I guess that's up to me then.
Paul.
A couple comments. I guess folks are going to notice that we made 4 motions tonight regarding quite a bit of training, and that training is important for our water and wastewater folks as far as certifications go, and making sure that we maintain our water and wastewater facilities up to all the standards and requirements that are made. So
that's the reason for the passing of those 4 motions that we did tonight, and it's important again to keep our teams, certified with the latest information that they have to basically keep our systems up and running the way they should. There's 2 community events that I'd like to make everyone aware of. The first one is the 44th annual Senior Citizen Holiday Turkey Dinner, sponsored by the Ellenville Wawarsing Noonday Club. That's going to be on December 5th. It's, again, modified from the way it's been done in the past. It's normally done in the school cafeteria, but because of the continued concern over COVID, we're going to do it the same way that we did it last year, with deliveries actually going to the seniors' homes. If anyone is interested in getting one of these meals and the delivery to their home, they can call 845-437-0100. You would leave your contact information. That's an automated number that the Noonday Club has set up for the purpose of this event. And then you will have someone contact you back and provide the details. So again, it's Sunday, December 5th. Deliveries will begin at noon, and the way to call and register is 845-437-0100. And the other thing that I wanted to make folks aware of, and there'll be more details on it, but on December 17th, we will have a community blood drive co-sponsored by St. Mary and St. Andrew's Church and the Ellenville Regional Hospital. And that blood drive will be from 1 until 7 p.m. at the church hall. There's a serious shortage of blood right now. So I encourage anyone who can give blood, please put December 17th, sometime between 1 and 7 p.m. There will be a sign-up sheet and more information coming over the next couple days. And that's what I've got.
Cassie's forward.
I want to encourage all of the town of Wawarsing residents to decorate their homes and then register them with Sam so that you can be part of the contest. The form is open, so you just call her and let her know that your house is opened up, and she'll add your address to the Light Up Wawarsing holiday event. I also want to encourage the public to please come out to our public hearings in 2 weeks, because we need to know what you think. It's hard for the board to respond responsibly to what our community thinks if you don't talk to us. We need you to talk to us and tell us about your thoughts on cannabis in our community, your thoughts on ARPA funding. So I really encourage you, if you're available, to either Zoom in, the link will be open at that meeting for you, or if you want to come in public, just bring a mask and come join us here in the courtroom. But please let us know what you're thinking so that we can make a good decision on behalf of our residents. On a sadder note, we're at 35 cases of COVID in the town of Wawarsing, and I really like it when we're down we have never made it to 0, but I really like to get down to 0.
We were just at 18 about 10 days ago.
I know, and we've had a bump, and I'm hoping that it's just an anomaly and that the numbers will go back down. But unfortunately, we are still losing residents, sadly. And I really encourage you to use your good hygiene that your mother taught you. Wash your hands, wash your hands, wash your hands. Cover your mouth if you cough. Wear a mask when it's appropriate. And if your health allows you to do so, get a vaccine. And the most exciting thing for me is that the number 10 package is going out, and we will very soon, late winter, early spring, we're going to be connecting residents to our water in Wawarsing, yes.
The district,
in the
hamlet.
yes. So that's very exciting to me. And I would like to take this opportunity to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving and try and find something to be grateful for. It makes life go a little easier. I know it's easy to get glum around the atmosphere that we are in right now, but reach out for those blessings and you'll be in a much happier place. That's all I've got, Terry.
Thank you very much. The board passed a 0% increase in the 2022 budget, so it's no higher than it was last year. Board worked hard on it. I'd like to thank the board and the staff and employees in town. everybody works together and to get that to that point. The last meeting we had, we mentioned Berdella Smith passed away. We didn't really talk about it a whole lot. She worked for us for many, many years, and she'll be missed. She was a wonderful lady, and just wanted to mention that. Mona Steckler, we talked about, we accepted her resignation at the last meeting, and she retired, and we've been talking to her, and she says she has plenty to do, and she'll be keeping very busy, has no problem, but appreciated the time that she worked for the town of Wawarsing. I'd like to thank the highway guys, as Mr. Faze had mentioned. You know, they rise to the occasion. In this case, they just went in and paved the inside of the salt shed and got it done the right way, efficiently, and we're looking towards, future weather, so it was planned the right way, and within the next week or two, that entire structure should be up and running. So at this point, I'd like to thank everybody that's coming on the Zoom or came to the meetings, and like Cassie said, try to stay healthy, and I'd like to make a motion to close the meeting.
Second it.
All in favor?
Aye.